Larry, that was an excellent lunch. I appreciate your joining me.
Anytime, Dick. Sorry about my missing wallet.
No worries, Larry. I will chalk it up to business development expense. So, Larry, what do you do with the wealth you obtain from these deals?
Well, Dick, I like to buy those tax-free municipal bonds SinCity and other agencies like to issue.
Really? But the stadium deal cannot possibly make any money. Any moron who looks at the numbers knows that. Why risk losing your ill-gotten gains?
Well, Dick, I won't buy those stadium or development bonds. Those crappy investment vehicles are for suckers chasing yield. I rather enjoy the tax-free benefits of your state's general obligation bonds.
Really? General obligation bonds?
Yes, while those bonds offer a lower yield, the payments of interest are guaranteed by the state.
But the state is broke and its pension obligations are killing us. Are you sure the bonds will pay off?
Yes, Dick. I have full confidence that you and your political cronies will return the cash and interest to me tax-free.
Really? We have $80 billion in underfunded pension liabilities.
No worries. It is enshrined in the state's constitution that general obligation bonds are honored before all other obligations and expenses.
In the Constitution?
Exactly, Dick. Recall that bogus party you had with big hats and big eyeglasses to amuse the party hacks? You politicians so carefully crafted a constitutional convention complete with guaranteed protections for my tax-free investments.
It was a fun party. It was so exciting to be part of the state's history and future.
Flattery is amazing profitable from you numbskulls.
Larry, what is with the insults?
Get over it, Dick. You see, the state constitution guarantees your pension. It also guarantees our general obligation bonds. The two are now tied together.
How so? I do not understand.
Well now, general obligation bonds get paid before schools, daycare centers, medical programs, and all other essential social services. It would take a new constitutional convention for that to change.
What if the state scheduled a new convention? Aren't you worried about that?
Not really.
Why not? We could just alter the code and change the financial priority of your stinking bonds.
No, Dick. Don't take it personally. This is business. If you have a new constitutional convention, the public will demand relief from the $80 billion in pension obligation. You guys are not going to jeopardize a sweet deal for your golden years.
You mean we blackmailed ourselves?
Yes, Dick.
How do I buy these general obligation bonds?
God, I love you, Dick. You are really grasping the concepts here.
Self-preservation and an amazing force.
I like to take advantage of that propensity.
We really are double-dealing here. We build a stadium that cannot possibly make money. And yet we investors make millions of ill-gotten gains. The deal is financed from the tax base of a populace adoring a crappy football team.
Yes. Despite the hard and tiring work in lobbying with political officials, I feel that I am sufficiently rewarded for my efforts.
You most certainly are rewarded, and I appreciate your insights.
No problem, Larry.
Not only do we ironically profit from a money-losing venture, our future earnings are now tax-free. Seems like we are scamming the public. How can this possibly fail?
Well, Dick, it can fail. And I intend to profit from that eventuality.
Now you have me spooked. Am I really safe with these general obligation bonds?
Yes, you are safe. But at a certain point, the state and its agencies will be forced to cannibalize its assets to pay its bonds and pension obligations.
Cannibalize? You mean sell off our precious municipal projects?
Exactly, Dick. Of course, we will market it as another public-private venture. You know the old mantra that the private sector can provide services more efficiently. Yada yada yada.
Larry, you mean you might buy back the stadium?
No, Dick, that would be too obvious. Perhaps we put a bid on your precious water utility. Pay the state, say, $2 billion.
You are kidding me? That water facility is worth at least $4 billion. The public would never accept a loss.
Dick, calm down. Municipal accounting standards do not record profits and losses like the private sector. That disparity allows our consortium to make money.
True. But then the reduced payments from the loss of water revenues would hamper our cash flow abilities in other areas.
Dick, those are called structural deficits. There are no profit and losses to report in municipal finance. You will quietly convince your adoring sheep that slightly raising taxes is a civic duty, and anyone who disputes the fact is a raving lunatic.
Yes, the public does love my hair and my soothing voice.
Dick, you are very attractive. The teleprompter is an amazing device.
Thank you, Larry. Let me think. So in effect, SinCity builds a new shiny stadium for your crappy football team, and the state provides financing, all guaranteed by the state constitution. In the future, the state will be forced to sell another municipal asset for a song to ensure that me and my labor employees' pensions are made whole.
Yes, that's correct. The private sector is very efficient in allocating scarce resources.
So in effect, you the rich get richer and the poor get poorer.
But you get to keep my football team, the SinCity Bangers, in your city. And that is all that matters. The populace will love you.
Larry, do you really feel good about this self-dealing? I am getting an uneasy feeling here.
Dick, get over it. Political figures such as you have such natural charismatic abilities. Have you considered running for president?
President? Me president?
Yes, president.
Well, frankly, yes, I have considered it.
The ego is an amazing human feature. Alighieri was so right.
Alighieri? Who is Alighieri?
Dante Alighieri. You know, from Dante's Inferno, Purgatorio and Paradiso.
Sorry, I am a communications major. My only real skill is explaining stuff in tiny sentences with few syllables from a teleprompter.
Well, Dante's Inferno and Purgatorio gave me valuable insights into the Italian political process.
We are not Italians here. We are Americans.
Sorry, Dick. Human nature is a constant throughout time and place. I learned that egotistical political figures are easily manipulated. Their sense of self-importance is astounding.
But we are important. I am a leader.
Sometimes being a lobbyist is too easy.
Larry Lobby, I am guilty of thinking highly of myself. But is that a crime?
No, Larry, it is hardly a crime. It is human nature. I just enjoy the art of lobbying, as I can manipulate your behavior to my own benefit.
Interesting. And you learn this by reading literature?
Yes. I read during my downtime.
It is hard to believe that a crass guy like you reads literature.
Yes, it is part of the mystique I create. I am the evil guy and you're the good guy.
Is there any good literature books depicting good governance?
A few books, but the crassness of human nature is quite marketable.
Which one do you suggest?
Shakespeare's Hamlet.
Hamlet. But all the characters are freaking killed at the end.
Very true, Dick. But then there's Polonius.
Polonius. What does he have to do with good governance?
Neither a borrower nor a lender be.